current level of electricity connectivity in Tarbaj constituency, including connectivity rates, comparison with the national average, and progress achieved under the last mile connectivity program to date. Secondly, details of funds allocated and disbursed by the ministry towards last mile projects in Tarbaj constituency over the last 3 financial years, including how such funds have been utilized, the projects implemented, their level of completion, and the reasons for any stalled or rejected projects. Thirdly, a detailed account of all projects currently ongoing and those planned for implementation under the program in the current financial year, indicating timelines, targeted beneficiaries, and the funding earmarked for the completion. And fourthly, lastly, the ministry's long-term strategy and concrete measures to address and permanently resolve the persistent issues of low electricity penetration and poor connectivity in Tarbaj constituency and the wider northern Kenya. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Chair, Departmental Committee, Energy, House Honorable Gikaria, MP for Nakuru Town, Vice Chair, and the leadership of the majority side will take responsibility. The Honorable Adan Kainan, what is out of order?
Mr. Speaker, with due respect to the leadership of both sides, we have just resumed a few days ago. We have more than 50 plus chairs and vice chairs. You can see the house is almost.
No chair, no vice chair.
No chair, no vice chair.
Except Honorable John Kiarie.
This is unacceptable. I can see my good friend there. Mr. Speaker, this is unacceptable. And this, the chair, the speaker, should sound warning to the leadership of both sides to indulge their members, their leadership, either to forget their positions or come and participate in the deliberations of the House. This is unfair to the taxpayers. This is unfair to the members. It's even unfair to the leaders themselves. The question by Honorable Hussein is a pertinent question that cuts across all the entire region of northern Kenya, and yet there's nobody to respond. This is not a privileged position. This is supposed to provide servant leadership. You are not there when you are required, and yet you want to carry that title. This is unacceptable. This has been discussed. We want to send our good friend here, the Honorable Naomi. Talk to your members. Talk to the chairs and vice chairs to be part of the deliberations of the House or vacate their positions. It's unfair to us, for those of us who are believers in this August House. It's unfair to us to address an empty house, an empty chamber. This must be taken seriously. It's unfair to the taxpayers. It's unfair to us. It's unfair to the appointed authority. This must be addressed, Mr. Speaker. This cannot be the norm. This cannot be the norm. It must be addressed. I rest my case.
The Honorable Jematia.
Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker. I also want to add to what Honorable Kainan is putting across. It is very tragic, Mr. Speaker. And if you look around, you'll always notice that there are specific members who sit throughout the House, who are dedicated to do their job. Yes, including myself. But unfortunately, while we are ready to serve and do our diligent job, it is very unfortunate that most of the leadership of the House, which is highly comprised of men, they are the ones who always decide most of the things. And it's unfortunate because Naomi, who is a deputy whip, has always been sitting here. And I want to congratulate her because she's doing a very tremendous job. If you look around, in the leadership, for instance, the committees, you realize out of all the departmental committees, it's only one woman. And many times, and likewise to vice, sometimes we feel bad because maybe the leadership, president included, should sit down and reward women so that this job of the floor of the house and the house should be probably done better. And not to say that men are not doing, but it has been tested that many times we come here, we wait for almost 10, 15 minutes without quorum. Honestly, it is not fair. And I want to say what Honorable Kenyan is saying, this is not a privileged job. It is a duty that we have been duly given by the people of Kenya to give service and render service to everyone in this country. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Let me allow two more members who always attend House proceedings to say something to this before I give my ruling. Then we proceed. The Honorable Basil.
Yes, thank you, Chair. I think I agree with the honorable members. Maybe the chairs, most of them, they are maybe third, fourth, or even second term MPs. Maybe they are tired. And simply because we have young members of parliament who are ready to do the job, it is high time to consider young members of parliament without looking at the seniority. Because we have chairs who are third term, second term, fourth term, who are never in the house. So it is simple. It is a time to reverse the trend and give young members of parliament who are willing, who have the energy, who have the zeal to contribute. It is so tragic. Taxpayers are paying money. Parliament is always empty. This is so worrying. So, Chair, you have the duty to make a ruling so that we set a precedence for the order of this house to be restored. Thank you.
Do we have any committee chair who is a first-time MP who is in the house? None is in the house. And by the way, this is the first parliament where first-time MPs have been made chairs. So even first-time MPs who are chairs are not in the house. The Honorable Caleb Amisi.
Thank you, Speaker. You know, as a Vice Chair of an audit committee, I'm tempted to defend my colleagues in the sense that we should not offer blanket condemnation. There are chairs who have done very good. You can see the Chair for Agriculture is here, nodding, and my Vice, I'm here. I think, Speaker, this issue has been conversed before in the previous parliaments, and the Speaker, I think, made a ruling to it that in the absence of the chair, at least the Vice should be there. And especially when the matters concerning that committee are before the House, like the questions in relation to that committee, the order paper comes early, and we are able to go through and they know that a question in relation to a committee is coming up. I think that's where now we call for moral responsibility, that you know the matter that is coming before the House is in respect to your committee. So just appear either the chair, in the absence of the chair, because we do agree that we are also moving towards the election, and some members are also very keen enough to return back to this parliament. So we may not just offer blanket condemnation, Mr. Speaker. There are also good vice chairs like me. You can see I'm here, Speaker.
Lastly, Honorable Dr. Wilberforce Oundo.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Truly speaking, sometimes it's an embarrassment to the people of Kenya. MPs are elected to represent, oversight, and legislate. Honorable Speaker, legislation happens here. Representation happens here. Oversight happens here. It baffles many of us, how can an MP fail to attend a parliament sitting, the plenary? I've never understood. I'm doing my second term, and I've been consistent enough. Probably Honorable Kenan, being the father of the house, probably one time you'll have to apply to understand why would somebody fail to attend the sitting of the house. Honorable Speaker, the failure to attend the issue of the sitting of the house has no gender dimension. As we sit here, I can see only 3 ladies, 4. I can only see, my eyes can only show me 4 ladies. So probably if my eyes has not seen you, it is how something else. So, Honorable Speaker, and yet we have very many lady MPs. So it's not be categorized as if it's a gender issue. It's a problem cutting across all over. And Honorable Speaker, we have been with you here. The last time, there was a little more vibrance in the debates, attendance of Parliament. But truly speaking, this particular term, 13th Parliament, has seen the worst attendance of plenary. That can go on record. I don't have the statistics, but it ought to go on record. Even if you look, it has been the worst. And Honorable Speaker, we have always insisted, the chairs and the vice chairs, but the privilege bestowed upon them, should be the very first people to attend Parliament sitting and be the very last people to leave. Secondly, the leadership. The majority side, there's only one soul left. The minority side, the entire bench is empty. So when will the minority oversight the majority? It's an issue that those who sit in House leadership, who sit in Liaison Committee, who are privileged to get closer to the powers that be, you need to go and discuss, apply your mind. If there are any incentives to be given to a member of Parliament to attend sitting plenary, needs to be given so. But others, it's a personal responsibility to attend Parliament and represent your people. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
So, the Honorable Naomi Wako, you want to commit on behalf of the chair? Or you want to say something?
Yes, Chair. I want to commit on behalf of the chair.
Before you commit.
And also say something. Okay.